Hello everyone, we're doing our 2024 favorites. I'm not okay with it being 2025 right now. I feel like it's still maybe 2021. I'm definitely at the age where the years fly by at this point. It has been another year. I was just reflecting on last year's favorites and honestly, I still love so many of them. And a couple of these are re-mentioned. I mean, you know they're worth it then, but I've gone through my collection and kind of put together a whole lot of stuff that I just haven't been able to put down. A couple of these are newer favorites, which I'll point out at the time. Lots of this stuff is stuff that I've just been using non-stop in real life as well, like, you know, on the weekends and stuff like that when I'm not filming. It's just a whole lot of good stuff. So if you love to shop recommendations of mine, you've come to the right place. And if you like this makeup today, please let me know. I can upload a tutorial for you. If you want to see it, drop some pink emojis down below. I'm gonna try and go in order, so let's start with like just a skincare favorite. I've actually got like a bunch of new skincare favorites, so if you want to see more of those, please let me know. Maybe I could do like a YouTube short, but this I just had to mention because I've been using it like every single day lately since my skin's been breaking out really badly. You probably can't see here, I'll put an overlay of what my skin looks like with no makeup on. So it's the Dermalogica Deep Breakout Liquid Patch. It's got 5% sulfur and it's basically a treatment liquid patch situation. I find this amazing under makeup. I find it amazing on non-makeup days, and it genuinely clears those really deep, sore, blind pimples, as well as any that are like really close to the surface and a bit pussy, TMI maybe, I don't know. It just clears them all. I find it amazing, and something I want to mention is it's actually fine to use during pregnancy as well. I mention that because when I was pregnant, I had so many like hormonal breakouts, and a lot of like acne treatment products are not safe for pregnancy. So I like to mention that. This helps so much to clear them up quickly and also ease the pain of, like I said, those really blind, deep pimples. It treats them so good. I'm obsessed with this. I still have a bit left, but I will for sure be repurchasing this. It lasts forever though. You literally need the smallest amount. And this is not planned, but another Dermalogica product. This is actually a sunscreen primer. It's called the Pore Screen SPF 40, and it's got niacinamide in it. It's blurring, and it says it's got a hint of a tint. I don't really see that, but I definitely think it is kind of blurring. It kind of like blurs my pores and texture, and it just makes my makeup go on top so beautifully. But it also looks beautiful on its own. It gives a slight glow. To me, I don't think it looks greasy like a lot of sunscreens can look. It's really comfortable. It's like a little bit moisturizing as well, which I love because I love like moisture before my makeup. I just think it makes everything settle on top so nicely. And I've been using this for a while and I've still got some left. I feel like I'm kind of getting low, so I'll definitely repurchase this one as well, but I have just been loving it. I literally ran out of this today. I used both of these today. This is the MAC Hyper Real Serumizer. I've used this a ton in my videos. It's just like a really nice moisturizing serumy skincare type product that goes really nicely under makeup. It's so lightweight, it sinks in so beautifully. It's just a really nice product, so I'm gonna have to go repurchase this one as well. I'm actually running low on so many of my favorites right now. It's like everything's running out at once. Does anyone else find that? Like, it'll be fine, and then boom, everything's gone all at the same time. RIP. But yeah, this is so good. I love it, and I mean, it's empty. I have that many primers. I'm such a primer girly. I love trying new primers. So if I actually like use them up, you know that I love them and I'm obsessed with them. Foundation, oh my gosh, duh. The Tear. This is like my number one this year. Ever since I used it for the first time, I was obsessed. I use it very often. I'm wearing it today. You can apply a little or a lot. It's a beautiful finish. It lasts really well. For fake tan, like today, I use the shade 23 in Sand. I use it with a brush. I use it with a sponge. I use it with the puff when I haven't lost it. It is gorgeous. I've got a couple of different reviews on this product. I'll link them below for you guys. It's unreal, and I haven't even like finished this one yet, and I've used it a lot. So even though like in cushion foundations you get less product, 18 grams in here, it's still lasting a very long time. And yeah, like I said, I love how you can use a little or a lot if you want like a little bit of skin perfecting or if you want like a full coverage glam. I have two more honorable mentions though. This is quite a new product to me, but I've been using it non-stop since I tried it for the first time. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. It's beautiful. It's so blurring. It feels like skincare, so it's very, very lightweight. It feels like nothing on your skin, and every time I wear it, I just love how my skin looks. So you're gonna be seeing this a lot more in my videos the next few months as well, because I just feel like it's the perfect base. And even though it's a serum skin tint, I feel like you can get very, very good coverage out of it. And then I have definitely in the last few months been getting back into like full glam, full coverage, bolder brows, bolder lashes, bolder lips. Just been getting into that heavier makeup again. I'm really hoping heavier makeup makes a comeback this year, because I'm kind of over the no makeup, clean girl aesthetic. So this has been a go-to when I've wanted like that super full coverage beat. It's a little bit more matte, like a natural matte kind of vibe. It's the Easy Blur. It is gorge. I've done a few videos on this as well, so I'll link them below. Yeah, it just makes me look like airbrushed. A little bit of a different vibe from the other two foundations I've just shown you, you know what I mean? It's really nice. And straight up, I just think Huda Beauty is like one of the best brands ever. I love Huda Beauty makeup. If I have this many different tubes of concealer, you know I love it. I'm pretty sure this was my last video favorite as well. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam. I'm obsessed with this concealer. A while ago now, and I still love this. My favorite was the Hourglass Vanish concealer, because the coverage, like, it just felt real good. This, I feel like, is just one step better than this. It's a little bit thinner and more comfortable, you know? But the coverage is 10 out of 10. I love it. It does not crease super badly. I can wear it on my face. I can wear it under my eyes. I can wear it over breakouts. It blends beautifully. If you find it a little bit, like, thin, just leave it for like a minute or two and then blend it out. It still blends out perfectly. It's so nice, you guys. Every single time I wear this, I just feel like I have a good makeup day. Like, I love it to pieces. Under my eyes, I've still been using last year's fave. I use this all year. Though 2024, I use this all year, the Easy Bake. I've got like 4 or 5 different shades that I use depending on my mood or depending on how tanned I am. I use it under my eyes to set my concealer. I use it to set my foundation and my T-zone. I love it. It doesn't crease super badly. I use it with either a powder puff or a brush. I love the Shimmer Tulip brush to use it like under the eye and around the face like this, or my ultra soft powder puffs. Obviously these are a fave, but my recent favorite has honestly been this, the Made by Mitchell eye light. Comes in a couple of different shades, and then inside you get like 4 different powders. These are very brightening. These are like, once again, kind of like that way more full coverage, full glam vibe. With the Easy Bake, I feel like you can be full glam or you can be natural. Like, it's a little bit more buildable. This is like definitely higher coverage, and I definitely think I crease a little bit worse with this one, but I put heaps of eyeshadow under my eyes, so you can't really tell. I just love the way it looks. Like, I'm wearing it today and I just feel like it airbrushes like and highlights my face so nicely. I kind of put it down here, put it around my mouth, like T-zone, under my eyes to kind of like sculpt this area, kind of like a matte highlighter vibe. I put it like under my shimmery highlighter. It sets and stays and lasts and looks beautiful and brightens, and I really love it. Like I said, I still crease a little bit with this, but I don't even care because I just think it looks beautiful. Like, look at this, like flawless. Oh my gosh. This setting spray has definitely been in rotation like non-stop. I discovered this last year. Oh my god. I've used it ever since. I've still got heaps left too. And it's such a fine mist. Like, I can drench myself in it. Long lasting, blurring effect, and moist finish. Moist. It actually just feels amazing. If you're looking for a good setting mist, 100% recommend this. It settles all of my powders down so well, makes everything last really nicely. It's such a good one. I should have started with this because this has just been, I'm obsessed. Lash enhancing serum from XO Beauty. I just pop it on my lashes. My lashes are like so freaking long right now. I do have falsies just on the very outer like third of my eye right now. You can actually feel the difference, like when you're washing your face and you're like washing your lashes, you can feel how much like thicker and stronger they are, and it just keeps my lashes like nice and long. Like, look at this, like, ugh. Once again, I've got a few falsies on, but like not through the middle there. Look at the middle of like the side profile. Like, they are so long. The stuff is amazing and it's so cheap. I've made it so cheap for you. And the mascara that goes with it, it's got a little teeny bit of this. I like to say it's like a supplement, you know? And I've been using this non-stop too since we launched the Lash Boost Tubing Mascara. I'm wearing it today. And the reason I love this so freaking much is because it, one, it comes off so easily at the end of the night with some warm water. I just hold it and hold it, or have a hot shower. I love having nighttime showers. I do morning and night sometimes, but nighttime showers, like before you get in bed, especially if you've got like a full face of makeup on, the mascara will just slide off. Literally, just slide off. It's unreal. But I've had the worst hay fever of my life in the last like 5 months. It's been unreal. My eyes have been so watery. I've never experienced such watery eyes. Like even overnight it wakes me up, like just leaking. This does not budge. Watery eyes, nah. Crying, all good. This sleeve, pissing me off. Itchy eyes, rubbing, it's fine. It's not gonna come off, it's not gonna smudge, it doesn't go anywhere. But at the end of the night, when you wanna take it off and you soak it, it'll slide off, it doesn't damage your lashes. And I think that contributes to like just the success of this product as well, because I'm not like rubbing and picking my mascara off. I'm really bad for that. Like if I don't wash off all my mascara properly, I'll like pick it off. I'll literally put a video right now so you can see. Does your mascara come off this easily? This is my new holy grail, the XO Beauty Lash Boost Tubing Mascara. Not only is the before and after unreal, but it is so easy to remove, and that's like my favorite part about it. Don't get me wrong, it's actually super long wear, but when you actually want to remove it, just take some warm water on a cloth, hold it to your eye for like a minute or so, and it slides right off. It is so gentle on the eye, smudge proof, watery eye proof. If you get caught in the rain, it's not going anywhere. And I just use my XO Beauty takeoff mitt to remove the rest of my makeup before cleansing. How good that I don't have to rub my delicate eye area to remove my eye makeup. I genuinely love this mascara so much. You have to try it. And all of the reviews on this product so far have just been amazing. So thank you so much to those of you who go out of your way to leave a review. It really helps out my small business. That is the dream team. The serum and the mascara together, chef's kiss. A new favorite, Milani puts out some absolute bangers. Oh my god, you saw me use these for the first time. I've literally not put them down. I'm obsessed with them. I like to use the shade Spilling Tea and Hey Honey. It's so creamy. It doesn't move all my makeup underneath. Like if I've got concealer or foundation, like it stays put. Blends out so easy. I don't even have to like think about it. I can use a brush, I can use a sponge. I don't use my fingers personally, but I reckon you could. It's so good, and it's, yeah, an honorable mention. I feel like I'm going to be using these all the time in the next few months anyways. You're going to see them a lot, but yeah, like I said, it is a reasonably new discovery for me. But wow, amazing. Honorable mention, I've used this a lot as well ever since I first tried it a few months back. It is the P. Louise, the cheek of it, Maple Moment, and I also use Cookie Cup. So Maple Moment is darker, and then Cookie Cup's kind of like that almost like yellowy bronzy vibe that I love. I'll swatch both for you, why not? So that's Cookie Cup. See how it's like very like goldeny yellow? And then Maple Moment I use when I really want to like get some depth and bronze. Oh my god, I just love this formula. I love it with like a little duo fiber brush. This one's dirty, but something like this applies it so beautifully, or like a sponge. This gives it a really nice tint though without applying too much. It just looks like so natural and like gorgeous, especially if I'm just using it on top of like a skin tint or something with a little bit less coverage. It just applies the perfect amount. This is the Detail Fiber brush from XO Beauty. I find on me these last very well, and the colors are just perfection. The coverage is amazing. I love them. They're so nice to work with. This is the closest thing I've found to my all-time favorite and discontinued Love Heart or Sweetheart bronzer from Too Faced. Do you remember that? I still use that sometimes, but it's, yeah, well gone. And I've always been looking for a replacement, and this is like the closest I found, and I love this. This is the Made by Mitchell Baked Luminous Bronzer. I use the shade Caramel Kiss. I've also got a paler one, which I really like, but this is my favorite shade. Caramel Kiss is a caramelly vibe, obviously. You can see it right there. It is kind of buildable. It's got a glow and a shine to it, a little bit glittery. I feel like it doesn't look super glittery on though, like when you're blending it out. I usually use something like a bronzer brush or a big powder brush, just flick it on there, and it just looks so beautiful. It warms up my complexion. It makes me feel like a bronzed goddess. It lasts really nicely. I'm a huge fan, and I feel like they're really reasonably priced too. So yeah, I buy mine off, like all of my Made by Mitchell stuff, off of Beauty Bay. It is such a beautiful bronzer and formula. So if you like the Sweethearts and you've been looking for something similar, I wouldn't say it's like identical, but when it's on your face, it looks pretty much like the same. This is the other shade I have. It's called Baking Gloves, and I got this for when I've got less fake tan on. It's much paler, and it kind of reminds me of the bronzer that I normally put all over my chest from Laura Geller. That's it there. You can see it's just that bit paler. On days like today, if I just wanted to perfect my chest a little bit, I'd just like buff it over. Or like I said, when I've got no fake tan on, it's like the perfect paler kind of bronze shade, bronze my skin up with without looking too muddy or dark or whatever. For blush, obviously, like, it was such a blush year. I had so many favorites. One that I want to show you that I barely used in videos, I think I did a couple of times, but I use this so often, IRL. This is the Hydra Bright Cream Blush in Peach from Revolution Pro, and you can tell I love it. Look how filthy that is. Look at this color. Like, this would go perfectly with my makeup today, don't you reckon? I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit so you can kind of see how it looks. It's so shiny. It's like a blush and highlighter in one, which I love. Like, I love that vibe. I just love anything glowy. Couldn't you tell from all of my recommendations so far? It is so pretty. My number one flower nose blush, because I love flower nose blushes normally. This is the one that is from the Midsummer Fairy Tales collection, and it's the shade 3. First off, the packaging is just insane. I've done a few flower nose videos this year because the packaging just blows me away. When I use this type of makeup, it literally makes me feel like a princess. It makes my mood 10 times better. It gives me dopamine, serotonin, all the good things. And this texture is kind of velvety. It goes well on top of like creams or powders. And it's a kind of similar color actually to this. You can tell like this has been my color of the year. Like, look at me right now. Like peachy pink, warm pinks. Once again, color of the year for me, pink. I've used this so often, the blush duo in Peony and Daisy. I've already mentioned these before in a favorites. I'm not going to bang on about them for too long, but the pigmentation's amazing. It kind of blurs your skin a little bit. Gorgeous. They come in heaps of different shades, but this one, Peony and Daisy, is like just my number one because once again, I'm in my pink era. And in saying that, you're not going to be surprised because this is a new one as well, a new favorite. Bird sitting on my tomato plant. Anyway, this is the Florasis. I did like a whole video on Florasis recently. Not a whole video, but I used a whole lot of their stuff in one video recently. I'll link that video below. This is the Eastern Beast Sculpting Makeup Palette in number 2. I love both of them though, number 1 and number 2. But this one, I have not put down since I've tried it. Literally, I've used this all over the summer holidays because, hello, it's that blush, it's that color. This one is a little bit more like peachy-ish. It is so freaking pretty. Once again, and this highlighter, like I'm wearing it today, unreal. Like, oh my god, it's so pretty. It's actually quite glittery-ish. This is a bit dark. Kind of glittery, but I love it. Like, I love the color. It's like golden pinky vibes. This is super good to highlight and set under the eyes and stuff like that, like to brighten if you want to really brighten up the area. Brow bone, inner corner, cupid's bow, tip of your nose. The bronzer is a little bit dark, but I still use it. Like, I used a little bit today. I just use it very sparingly because, like, for me, I find it so pigmented and so dark. It's really good just to like bump up like a bit of depth where I really want it to be like super dark, like the very back of my cheek or whatever, but that's, yeah, it's very dark. It's a gorgeous color and a gorgeous finish though. It's like very like satiny skin-like. Obsessed with this and it's just so beautiful. Like, I love this. Random, but this, okay, you know my favorite lip balm of all time is the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum lip balm. I'll link it below. Mine's upstairs in my bathroom. I use it every single day, but whenever I'm in my office before I film it, this is what I use, and it is so comparable in the result. This softens, gets rid of the dry skin. It does not dry out my lips whatsoever. It makes them feel properly moisturized. Even once it's gone, you know, once I've eaten and, you know, it's faded away, it leaves my lips literally feeling so soft. This is actually such a banger, guys. Vanilla Caramel Lip Butter by Kylie Cosmetics, Kylie Skin. It's so good. Oh, back to blush for 1 second. Sorry, you can tell I'm very organized. This is like my go-to peach. You guys have seen this so many times. I'm obsessed with this whole collection, the whole Care Bears collection. But this one, I don't even know what it's called. It doesn't even have like a thing. It's like the perfect like orange sorbet with bronzy makeup, bronzy skin, golden tones, like any of the above. Oh my god. It's my go-to peach. If you love peach, you need to try this. And the packaging is literally like the cutest thing in planet Earth. Let's do eyeshadow because it's kind of boring because it wasn't really year of eyeshadow once again for me. I'm hoping this year I get way more into like doing creative eye makeup looks and things, because in the past year it's literally been bronzer all over the lids. It's been looks like this with like a nice foil, but nothing too like extravagant, but it's still dramatic. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's wearable dramatic. It's not like super creative or anything. So here are some of my favorites. Okay, let's start with like the newest, the Golden Palette by Natasha Denona. I needed to mention this because I've been obsessed once again, and I just love these colors. I love these yellowy, warm, yeah, golden tones. How gorgeous is that? It is so unreal, and I love Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. You guys already know. Perfection, and the packaging as well is just so cool. I did a look using this recently. I'll link it below. Then we'll do oldest. IRL, what do I use? Hello, XO Beauty. The Native Flora and Fauna palette. This is similar vibes to that last palette I just showed you from Natasha Denona, but it's got some greens and fun shades in there as well. It is just gorgeous. I love just whacking these shades all over my lid, like these ones here. The shimmers are stunning, like unreal. Look at this green. It is the prettiest green ever. Look at that. And the terracotta, oh my god. I love, love, love these matte shades here. Look at those. If I can actually get it to focus. There we go. They're just so beautiful. And of course, like those shimmery shades, I always love those on my inner corner, on my brow bones. I feel like I haven't given this brand enough love on my channel, the What's Up Beauty eyeshadow palettes. This is one of my most used palettes, and I haven't even touched half the shades. Like, how funny is that? I literally, out of all of these 6 on this side, I've only used this one. But these 6 on this side, I've used so many times, and I've used some today. But I actually want to do like a greeny look using these other ones because they just look unreal as well. But the quality of these are insane. Just like my XO Beauty ones, these are also talc free, and they are so silky and foily and beautiful. Like, they do so many like fun duochrome type colors. I'm obsessed. So this is the Geodes palette. This one is my other favorite, Dragon Eye. First off, the packaging is cool. Look at that. And I love dragons, okay, fun fact, I love dragons. Like, House of Dragons was one of my favorite shows last year. I literally want to pet dragons so badly, and I sometimes like overthink things like this, and I get kind of sad that they're not actually real, because like, how unreal would it be to have a dragon? Anyways, look at these colors. Like, wow, so beautiful. I love, love, love the color stories in the palettes. I think that's what really speaks to me. All of the colors they choose and put together just make my soul so happy. So if you love eyeshadows and something a little bit different, and you find so many brands have similar kind of color stories and similar, you know, stuff you've already got, I would definitely look into this brand because I feel like they offer something different. And then the last brand, obviously, Flower Nose. This is the Butterfly Cloud Color 6 color eyeshadow palette in number 2. Unreal. I know these palettes look wishy-washy. I always call them wishy-washy looking, but when you apply them, they are princess vibes. Look, even the matte ones, like, they are so buttery and creamy. Sorry, my fingers are so dirty from doing all these swatches. That's really unappealing. This is number 3 of the Swan Ballet. I've got some of these shades on today as well. Like, just the packaging is so intricate and so gorgeous and so special. Once again, I just feel all sorts of amazing whenever I put these products on my face, because like, it's just the vibe. I know it sounds so stupid. Who cares? It's just packaging. The product inside too is amazing, but the packaging makes such a difference. I don't know how to describe this to you. It just literally makes me feel so good. Midsummer Fairy Tale collection. Gorgeous. This is the palette in number 2. And look at this. I used that brown today too. Like, I've used those a whole bunch, both in videos and just in real life, because once again, like, a lot of the time when I'm wearing eyeshadow, if I'm actually making an effort with my eyeshadow, I just whip on with a blender brush some pink or some brown, and then I just take my finger or a brush and whip on some of the foil color, and I'm done. But it always looks pretty. So boring. Literally the most boring, unassuming product in the world, but it's just perfect. The texture is perfect. I love the little built-in sharpener and the little built-in spoolie, and it's the perfect amount of creamy, where it's not too creamy, it's not too hard, and it's just the perfect color for me. I realize that this may not work for everyone. I use the shade light medium, by the way, but if you use similar like colors to me, typically, give it a go, because literally it's just perfect for me. I can literally just whip it on. It's so quick, and it just always matches, and it just always looks good. Like, it's just my go-to, so I had to mention it, but it's so boring, isn't it? And I've been loving this too with it, the Laminate Brow Laminate Sculpting set. I don't typically do super laminated brows anymore. Like, I kind of went through that phase a couple years ago, but I still just use that to like stick all my brows in place. You know, they're not going anywhere, but they don't look, you know, electrocuted vibes. It just grooms them, puts them in place. And I like this one because compared to some others I've tried recently, I tried like the Ardell one, was it? And I liked it, but I found I had to use it like at the end of my makeup, because otherwise I just get powder and stuff all through it. I feel like this one doesn't get as like powdery and flaky and weird. Like, it definitely dries much more clear. And then I just use this all the time. I use this at the end today to like just tint my brows and define my brow hairs, but I also use it alone, and it just gives enough like coverage and volume and everything. I can build it up a little bit where I don't actually have to fill in my brows with anything else if I don't want to, if I just want like a one and done product. And I just feel like I always come back to this. I've used used this for literally years. It's the shade Espresso, which is quite dark, but there's something about it I love. Like every time I wear it, I'm like, oh, that's quite dark, but I just love it. I love the formula. It's got like a shine to it, but it just makes it look natural and less like harsh. I don't even know what to tell you. Once again, I just feel like this is such a boring recommendation, but it's just so good. And I can't even describe why. It's so thin and just, I don't know, it's so unassuming, but it's so good. If you've tried it, let me know if you love it too. Another boring thing, but oh my God, the best waterline eyeliner. It's so brightening. I just love it. It's the shade Universal by Imco. I love the little sharpener it comes with, and it's just so pretty. I've used it most days the entire year, and it lasts forever. I've literally barely had to sharpen it because it's so pigmented. And I guess you're doing like such a small amount of space, but yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have that on my deathbed. Liners, it's been boring this year. Like I have just kind of been using what I've had. I haven't really been buying a whole lot of new ones to try. I loved the Care Bears collection colorful liners, but you know, I don't use them regularly. This is something I use regularly and I always come back to it. Even when you think that this like really warm brown color is not gonna look good, it just does. Like today, I was like, maybe I should use a really dark brown, but I love how it looks with the pink actually. And for me, it's the fastest way to do liner. Like doing this is actually much quicker than using a eyeliner pen or whatever. I will literally put in a clip of me applying my, what is this called? Eyeliner. I just blanked out. Without any edits. Like you can see how quick it applies. It's so fast and it's so easy to remove and everything as well. Like it's just the best product ever. It's nice to travel with. I love how you get like 4 different colors in the palette. You can mix and match. I don't use the greens as often obviously because you know, they're a bit more niche, but even sometimes if I'm just doing like a brown eyeshadow look like or bronzer on my eyelids and I want to amp up my makeup, I can use like the colorful ones, but I definitely use the brown ones way more often. And I have been using the same palette since launch and I literally have so much product left. Another XO Beauty shout out, the eye halos. I've got that on like the middle of my eyelid. I just love this because once again, when I'm not doing hectic eye makeup and I'm just putting on some bronzer on my eyelid or something and I'm just rushing, I literally just paint this on at like the inner half of my eyelid and blend it out with my finger, or I'll just put it on my inner corner and blend it out, and it just gives the perfect, this is running out, you'll have to excuse me, this is something I actually am getting through. This color is like probably my favorite one, Pony. It comes in a few different shades, but it just gives this beautiful glow. It's like a top coat shimmery kind of product and it's just perfection. Like look at this color, it just glows and radiates and it looks so pretty on the eyes. And also you can use it underneath, like if you're putting on a shimmery eyeshadow, and it'll like stick it on and make it like way more vibrant, if that makes sense, kind of like a primer. For lips, obviously XO Beauty lip pencils. Sorry, I know heaps of people hate when I mention XO Beauty, but let's be for real. It's my brand and I create bangers. I'm creating products that I use and I love, and so it makes sense that, you know, these are like my most used and most favorite products. So I thought I'd just show you 4 of my most used shades this year. First, starting off with Raw. I use this so often, especially at the start of the year. Where should I put this? So that's Raw. It is the perfect like deeper pinky brownie nude. Blossom is my go-to when I'm doing like a softer look because it's like a pinky vibe. Sublime for when I just want like proper, like a cooler proper nude. And then like today, Wifey. Oh my god, I'm really bad at swatching, I'm so sorry. That's Wifey there, and I feel like this is the most similar to Mari if you loved Mari and you're looking for a replacement. So yeah, those have been my most used colors this year. This is like My Lips But Better Wifey, and it's just nice because a lot of the time I'm just using a bit of lip pencil with some lip oil or lip gloss. That's kind of been my go-to throughout the year. So in terms of lip oils, it was kind of like the same vibes as last year. I wanted to give some shout outs. These are the She Glam Plumper. They're kind of like the tart ones. So this shade here is Making Me Blush, and you put them on much more sheer than that. I love these. I've been using these a lot just IRL. I think I've used them a couple times in videos as well. This one underneath is a little bit more warm and it's called Pink Flamingo. So imagine them a bit more sheer. These lip glosses have taken me by storm this year. The Faux Filler by Huda Beauty. This is Sugar Baby. And I just love these because they're so shiny and like make your lips look 3D and huge. Like look how shiny my lips look right now. They are just so pretty, and I love this color in particular because once again I've been in my baby pink era and baby pink lips are like my favorite. I'm also wearing lace from XO Beauty underneath it to get more coverage, but a lot of the time this year I've just done lip pencil with lip gloss or lip oil like I said. And the other lip gloss that took me by storm is Luminoso from Milani. It's called the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. Lip Plumper. tongue-tied, and it is the most beautiful pinky peachy color. Luminoso, everyone loves a Luminoso, and if you haven't tried this lip gloss, you need to. It's got a little bit of shimmer shine to it, whereas the Huda Beauty is more like just shiny. This has got a very fine shimmer. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in here, but I love shimmer. Like my XO Beauty ones with the glitters in them, I've used them a lot as well. I've used a lot of lip oils like MCO Beauty ones, the new Milani ones, like heaps of different ones. Those are some highlights. Let me know what your favorite products were of 2024 down below. I'd love to know. Do you have any of the same ones as me? I'm always looking for recommendations as well, as you guys know. So yeah, I'm nosy. I want to know. If you made it to the end of this video, comment below. How about some flower emojis? And yeah, I guess I will talk to you guys in my next video and let me know if you want to see this makeup look. I love this makeup look today. I actually feel so pretty. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.